Okay, so in the newspaper today we have the headline from the Daily Record in New Jersey. Shock jock Stern takes credit for breaking priest story. A hairstylist for radio personality Howard Stern said on yesterday's show that as a boy he witnessed the then pastor of the Church of St. Joseph in Medham sleeping in a bed with another boy. Ralph Cirella, who was a member of the parish at the time, said he slept on the floor of the rectory that night before going on a fishing trip with the pastor James Hanley. Allegations of pedophilia against a priest. Did you know you're in the paper?
No.
Yeah.
What is this?
Allegations of pedophilia against a priest had been the subject of a routine on the Stern Show last month. Cirella had said that the priest had taken out pornographic materials when he stayed in the rectory. However, the priest was not identified at the time. And I should add to this story that a lot of people recognized who Ralph was talking about because he mentioned the area, and they all called in.
And I would say this is more than a month ago.
Yeah. Hanley, now retired from the Catholic Church, has been accused of molesting at least 4 boys at the parish from the 70s until he left Medham in 1982.
He's retired because he got, he had enough of young boys.
Yeah. The allegations were the subject of a meeting last week called by the present pastor, Monsignor Kenneth Lash. Stern read extensively from an article in the Daily Record yesterday and took credit for breaking the story weeks ago. He said a number of people called his show to say they knew about the priest Cirella was talking about and had similar experiences. I think a lot of them came forward after that.
Yeah.
And complained to the priest. Cirella was not available for comment yesterday.
Where were you?
He was shaving his leg. Quote, I had heard rumors that someone connected to the Howard Stern Show was from Mendham, Lash said yesterday.
Rumors.
Bendham.
Bendham. The insinuation was he was going to do some sort of story about this, but we were well on the way to holding our meeting. I can tell you most assuredly Howard Stern did not break this story. Well, I can tell you most assuredly, Monsignor.
Yeah, but then why
we did.
When this
why all of a sudden did everyone come forward?
8 years ago, when they knew about it, they didn't do anything. Now all of a sudden they're doing something.
All the people who came forward, at least I think 2 of them came forward on this show.
Yeah, the guy who called in.
Yeah, we told him to do something about it. Lash, who arrived in Mendham 1 year after Hanley left, said he first learned of the allegations 7 or 8 years ago. Well, why didn't...
How come it took so long to hold a meeting?
He has refused to be more specific because of a pending civil lawsuit. Well, how come all these monsignors and all these priest types are worried about children, and he learned about it 8 years ago and didn't do anything about it? Well, what was he going to do? The Morris County Prosecutor's Office conducted a probe 2 years ago, but no charges were filed since the statute of limitations had expired. That's a neat little statute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Lash said last week's meeting of parishioners were not connected to Stern Show or to the pending lawsuit. He said all along that he was waiting for the victims to approve of the meeting.
It took him 8 years to approve of the meeting.
I would have called the meeting first.
I'm sure what happened was they started making... It just surfaced everything.
Why would you wait 8 years? Because if that guy now is out in the private sector, he could be molesting boys in the private sector. You don't know that. If I was a priest and I had this information, I'd come forward immediately.
You have to move very slowly on these things.
I see.
Give the guy plenty of time.
Sitting here with us is Monsignor Mental. Now, you have been with a few boys, haven't you?
Oh, a few.
Now, I know you don't want to... Monsignor Mental, how would you meet the boys? How would you seduce them?
Well, I have a mantra.
Right.
Tight is right.
Oh.
And you keep repeating that. Now, you try to resist...
Yes, I do.
You try to resist the boys, don't you?
I do. I pray to our Jesus, our Savior.
Right.
For resistance and strength, but sometimes it wears away.
You know who you sound like a little bit? The guy from The Wizard of the Oz.
Oh, yes.
Wizard of Oz.
Yes,
right.
yes.
That guy.
Oh, yes.
Now, what about you? Would you like to practice in Mendham?
Bendham?
Mendham.
That's my favorite place.
It is. You like that place?
Oh, yes.
Now, I understand you've been with young boys a long time, but nobody ever reports you. Is that correct?
Sometimes I let them wear my silly hat.
You do, the boys?
For favors.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yes.
So what do you have, a big hat that you wear during services?
Oh, yes, a big garbage can.
And you let the boys, you invite the boys in to wear your hat?
They crush up a little piece of paper and throw them in when I walk by.
Right.
In church, yes.
So what you're saying is that you actually tell the boys, hey, come back and try on my garbage can-sized hat.
Oh, yes.
And they get excited and they come back there.
My incense.
You make it a game.
You make a game out of it.
A little game. My incense and my smoking pocketbook. My
basketball.
My purse that I wave that smokes.
Yes. You love that.
Oh, yes. Sometimes I finish into my hat.
Right.
Hello, hat.
You had as your best friend.
So, okay, so...
Jesus loved little boys, too, you know.
Right, but...
What do you say?
Oh, yes, I know. I have proof, yes.
No, you do not.
I read the Bible.
See, that's your problem. You try to
The
back...
blue Bible.
The blue Bible. You have a blue Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, let me ask you this. You
if
had...
they bite me, I smack them with my purse. Oh. Yes.
Well, looking at Ralph, would you be interested in him?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He grew up just fine. Yes.
Yes.
He's very stable.
You see me when I was younger, Father.
Now, do you ever fall in love, Father, with some of these little boys?
Well, you know, historically, there was always love in those kind of situations. There were 6 5-year-olds under the table at the Last Supper.
I loved it all.
You love...
We tried to be stately.
But Robin asked you a good question.
Yeah.
Do you ever
That's
fall...
a good question, Miss Quivers.
Yeah. Do you ever fall in love with the boys?
Oh, yes.
You do.
I had a mellifluous Easter.
Good for you.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah, you are my new bean princess.
I'd like to put a communion wafer in my pants and let Ralph find it with his tongue. Body of Christ. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Ding, jang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Oh, good for you,
Take this,
Father.
all of you, and eat it. For this is
Father
my
Mental.
body.
Father Mental.
Yes.
Father Mental. Yes, Father Mental. I'm disguising your name. You told me to. Father Mental,
Put a blue dot over my face. I don't want anyone to see who I am.
People shouldn't get the wrong impression. You really have good intentions. It's just that you can't resist the urge. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The church was a good sanctuary for men like me that didn't want to quite admit their true feelings.
Right.
And rather than act on them, we sort of hid in the church.
Right.
Would you say some of the boys came on to you?
I'm not saying that.
No, but a lot of
young
times...
Fanny is my drug.
No, but a lot of times...
I'm a weak man.
A lot of
what
times...
do you want from me?
A lot of times the boys search you out. Isn't that true?
You know, they're wearing those little white robes.
It's not like you rape them. The boys are a little confused and they're
I'd like to give that Ralphie boy a holy water enema. That's what I'd like to do. That's what I would like very much.
You would like that?
Yes. Yes.
Well, what was your thing? How did you get the boys into your chamber?
I used to take the rosary bead.
All right. Father Mental...
and I'd put them in little places.
Father Mental, I just want to go on record as saying that I definitely had something to do with breaking the Ralph Cirella story.
And I had something to do with breaking Ralph.
Very good.
Yes.
Would you ever...
Long ago in Bendham, New Jersey.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Father Mental. That's Father Mental.
I'm like the tortoise. I get there before the hare.
Good for you.
Oh, yes, I do.
Think about it.
Yes,
that's an amazing statement.
Yes. Cuckoo.
Ralph, you didn't have any hair, did you, when you...
No, I think I was pretty smooth at that point.
Right, okay, very good. Congratulations to you, Ralph.
They've been for a Snickers bar, and then I give them my autograph. Father Mental.
All right, Father Mental. Thank you, and we got to take a break.
You know, I used to tie a Tootsie Roll around my manliness and lure them in.
Right.
Enticed them.
All right, Father Mental, thank you, and we're going to take a short break.
Yours in Christ.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to do the news, take maybe a few phone calls. We'll see what happens, Rob. We'll see how much time.
We don't have any time. Let's just do the news.
Let's do the news,
the
right.
little ones make such strange noises.
All right, we're going to be back after this. Hey, you know what's weird? Ralph told me this during the commercials, that his mom still doesn't know that he was part of that whole molestation story with Father...
She doesn't even know. There's no way she knows the story because she's in Florida.
So she doesn't even know that the guy that she used to send you out to get counseling was like a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, you want to call her and tell her?
I don't know.
That's what we've been thinking about. Should we tell her on the air?
Happy Mother's Day.
Could she handle it? I mean,
nothing really happened to me, so I mean.
Yeah, we ought to tell her.
I mean, and I've been trying to tell her, like last night.
Why don't you write down her phone number and let Gary get her on the phone, and we'll tell her.
How about, you know what? How about I go call her first and see if she's up and make sure.
All right. Well, all right. Hurry up.
All right.
Gee, you're so nice to your mother.
Yeah.
Oh, Howard.
Wouldn't it be great if she got on? She went like, "That's my son."
She talks like Ralph.
Talks like Ralph, like this.
I'm sleeping. I had no idea that my son had this happen to him.
Oh, my.
I hope you don't reverse the charges.
would she'll react? How she'll react? Knowing she sent Ralph
Yeah, well,
to the priest.
I'm going to ask her why the hell would you send him to a priest? Those guys.
Well, back in those days, people thought priests could be trusted.
The days when priests had it good.
Yeah, when nobody suspected a thing.
For them.
Everybody was unaware.
Yeah. Now you're late. I mean, I'd be afraid to leave my kids alone just in a room with an adult. Oh, all these adults are sick.
Well, what are you?
I don't know. I'm the one guy who isn't. I don't know. I just don't have an attraction to little children. I guess I'm weird.
Well, you soon will have.
Yeah.
If you keep getting older and your attraction to women keeps getting younger.
Yeah, maybe eventually I will. It happens. Yeah.
You used to be attracted to women your age.
Years ago, I mean, priests had it made. JFK had it made. Everyone had it made. Mum's the word back then. Look at all these reporters, and they all know I'm cheating, but they don't write it.
He would bring the girls past the reporters. Hello, reporters. Yeah. This is my new girl.
Yeah.
Where's my pot?
You have to respect the presidency of the United States.
The president is humping.
There's a sign hanging on the door.
If the house is rocking, don't come knocking.
Right.
Ask not.
I don't know what's going on with Ralph, but evidently he's trying to get his mom on the phone. What happened?
What?
Where's your mom?
She's on the phone.
Oh. Well, put her through.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. They're doing it.
Oh, cool.
You didn't
nice,
tell her
man.
anything.
I'll be nice. Hi, Mrs. Sorella.
Don't call her
that. Why?
Oh, that's not her name?
That's not her name.
Oh, well, how do I know
Hi,
that?
Mrs. Ralph. What are we
Mr. Salamone. Miss Salamone.
Hey, Miss Salamone.
Oh, hi, Howard.
I never actually spoke to you, have I?
Well, embarrassing once.
I remember that phone call. It was like Ralph's first phone call to the show.
Oh, yeah, but that was absurd.
Years ago.
Well, so listen. I'll just call you Mom, because I can't... Miss Salome or
call her
Salami.
Mom.
Mom.
Mom will do.
Okay, Mom will do.
So anyway, Ralph is part of a big story that's been appearing in the newspapers.
How come?
Because we wanted Ralph to break the news to you on the air.
Well, what is
It's
it?
a wild story.
Well, it's in the papers. You might have, we didn't want somebody to call you with it before you found out from Ralph yourself.
Is this bad news or good news?
Well, I think it's good news.
I don't know. It's bad news.
Is it bad or is
But
it
it's
good?
not bad news about Ralph.
No, it's not bad news about Ralph.
I'm fine, Mom.
But
Okay.
But it's going to come as a surprise to you because you had no idea what was going on.
No, I guess I don't.
All right, yeah. All right. Anyway, Ralph. So
Ralph is part of a sting operation.
yeah, right. Okay. Should I explain some of it to your mom?
I don't know. However you.
All right. Let me handle it. I'm a professional.
You're the
let
man.
Howard handle it, because I'm curious.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Remember when Ralph was a little boy?
That's right.
Okay. And Ralph didn't have a dad around when he was growing up, right?
Right.
Okay. So your idea was to get Ralph some counseling, right? To have people in his life,
Right.
especially men.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So one of your good ideas was to send Ralph to, I guess it was Father Hanley. What's the guy's name?
Father Hanley.
Yes.
Yeah, and Father Hanley would help him and take him on fishing trips and stuff?
Right.
Right. And you would send him there for counseling?
Right.
Okay. Right.
Now, remember the fishing trip in particular.
You remember the fishing trip?
Hey, what is this? Yes.
Yeah, all right, listen to this. So anyway, Ralph was on the air, and he told me that when he was going to go on the fishing trip, Father Hanley decided that it would be a good idea if, since they were leaving early in the morning, why have Ralph sleep at your house? Why doesn't he come over to his house? Right?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember when I stayed over
No.
at the rectory?
No.
You don't remember that?
Not at all.
You dropped me off there.
Where was I? Are you sure?
Yeah, there was a fishing trip or something, and we were going to go in the morning, and you dropped me off the night before.
Wow.
Well, long time.
Well,
I
it
guess.
was tough times.
Yeah, I guess it was no real big deal to you.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, so Ralph goes in,
It was a memorable night to me.
and in order to get things going, Father Hanley showed Ralph some pornography.
You've got to be kidding.
No, and some like sex toys.
Get Get out of here.
Wait, it gets better.
No, hey, you're pulling some kind of Howard. I know.
No.
No. Listen to this.
Mom, it's no joke.
Now
It's
in the
all
Why
true.
didn't you tell me then?
Don't freak out.
Don't freak out yet.
I'm already freaking out.
That's all right. Well, if you freak out, do it. Do it on the air.
Do it into
the receiver.
Don't drop the receiver.
All right, so wait a second. Listen to this.
Oh, I can't believe
So
it.
then, when Ralph's getting ready for bed, when Father Hanley decides to change, and there was another little boy over, the other little boy and Father Hanley were already in bed, according to Ralph.
And they invited Ralph to join them.
Right.
Ralph, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How come you didn't tell me this then?
Because he's stupid. Anyway, so...
I can't believe this.
But wait a second. Ralph, and I put him under hypnosis already.
Get out.
Yeah, I have.
He had a hypnotherapist.
Ralph claims he went to sleep on the floor, even though Father Hanley invited him into the bed.
We stayed over, and he said, you know, he has this huge bed, and he said, you know, he can sleep in the bed, he can sleep on the floor, and I said, you know, I'll sleep on the floor. He's like, well, there's plenty of room in the bed. But I was a little freaked out because he had these porno magazines and stuff, and he was acting a little weird.
Oh my God!
Did he also give you something to drink? Did you say?
I don't.
Did you have a little schnapp? Jägermeister?
That's where you got that Jägermeister from.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ralph never again wanted to go back to see Father Hanley,
Right.
or Father Handled Me.
Yes, Howard.
And I guess back then, moms trusted priests. I don't think they do anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but wasn't he a real nice guy? I mean, he
Yeah.
like we didn't have, like, it was a private school, it was a Catholic school, and at some point
Right.
my mother just didn't have money to send me, and he still let me go to the school there.
Of course.
Well, you know why?
Because you're hot.
Yeah, he wanted to date me. But,
Yeah.
All the way back then.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and do you remember, like, I used to go to counseling with him, right?
You went with Father Schweitzer.
Oh, I didn't go to Father Hanley?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank God
come
Father
on.
Schweitzer
Well,
was
you know what
okay.
happened with Father Schweitzer?
Nothing.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nothing. Father Schweitzer was cool.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. I don't know about that because that's when you got really angry and you wouldn't go back anymore, and I didn't understand why.
That was the reason, because of Father Hanley.
Father Hanley, yeah.
And they caused me to lose that house. I can't believe this. You should have told me then.
How did they cause you to lose the house?
No,
you don't know.
Mom.
Yes, sir.
Don't-
Because Father Schweitzer put me through. Yes, terrible. Terrible.
No, maybe you have a better
it had nothing.
case, Ralph.
No, it had nothing to do with Father Schweitzer.
No, it had nothing to do with Father
I
Schweitzer.
don't even remember him.
It had to do with Father Hanley.
I know, but you were counseling with Father Schweitzer too.
Yeah, but
Ralph
Father,
just didn't want to see any more priests.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he figured he was running 50-50. Father Schweitzer was cool, but Father Hanley was sort of
didn't want
a
to
pain in the neck.
chance it.
So anyway, so Ralph got all irritated and wouldn't go back. So that's why he wouldn't go back. So now, as a result of Ralph saying this on the air,
Yeah.
and he hadn't even named Father Hanley, he just said in the Mendham area, that a lot of boys have stepped forward.
Really?
Evidently, there's been, he's already out of the priesthood. He's an accountant somewhere, but, you know, they've known about it for 8 years.
There's been at least 4 who have come
Ralph,
forward.
you did try to tell me something about Father Hanley, and I reprimanded you for having said something about a priest because I thought that was sacrilegious then.
What did I say?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, you were just a kid, and I didn't know that you... Oh, it was terrible, you know.
What did he say?
That he said terrible things on the playground, and I used to have to volunteer there, and I said, no, I've never heard anything like that. You shouldn't talk that way. And, well, you know, for Christmas, what he wanted for Christmas.
What did he want?
What Father Hanley wanted?
Yeah, you said, boy, Father Hanley, he's not really a priest. And I said, what are you talking about? And you said, you should hear how he talks on the playground.
Really?
And when you told me, I said, oh, how...
What did he say? I don't remember.
You don't remember? Because I said, I accused you of hearing other boys say it and blaming it on Father Hanley.
So what was Father Hanley saying?
He was saying, I want, you know, nice big blondes with big boobs.
Oh, really?
Like that. And I thought that was disgraceful. And I thought, no, he
Well, it would have been better if at least he went with a blonde with big boobs.
But he did show Ralph pornographic magazines of women.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to
in all fairness to Father Hanley.
Yeah.
I was talking to my other friends at school, and everybody thought that he was just a cool guy. You know, he used to go to the spaghetti dinner and get like drunk, and you know, you know, and he was just like a fun kind of guy. And
he was a loose priest.
He showed everybody porno magazines.
Was he young?
No, it was like, you know, and he was fat too, and it was kind of like disgusting.
If he had been cuter, would you have gone with him,
Well,
Ralph?
maybe.
Would you have gotten into the bed if
If he was like a Calvin Klein model or something?
Yeah, right.
Ralph,
That's
now you
different.
just Ralph about that. No, I stopped going to that church when I went to visit him for a counseling about you, and the woman there,
Yeah.
she answered the door and she said, "Oh."
She was nude.
No, she said to Father Hanley.
Had a vibrator.
What?
No, she said to Father Hanley what?
She just said, "Oh, Father, there's a lady here to see you, a good looker." He says, "Well, I'll be right there." And I was. Then I started thinking about.
Is your mom hot?
What?
Is your mom hot, Ralph?
Come on, man.
This was 10, 12 years ago, Howard.
Really?
And so
But you mean the lady at the church was calling you saying you were a good looker?
What was going on in that house?
What a church.
That's exactly, Robin. I said, "What is going on here?"
Yeah, why don't you introduce me to your mom sometime?
What?
she was in town for a few weeks, man.
Yeah, man, why don't you let me hook up with her?
Well, you were on vacation and stuff.
Is your mom blonde?
Howard.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Oh,
now,
come
I've
on,
seen your
Debbie.
wife. She's a beautiful young lady.
She's beautiful, but hey, variety's the spice of life. Mrs. Salami.
That was that was a wild church because
what a church!
You know what else happened?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
I need a church like that.
There was
My church was boring.
You sure you guys were praying to God and not Satan?
Mom, I don't know if I ever told you this, and I'll tell you who the family was later, but there was a family in the church who was really connected into the church. You know, they were lay people.
Yeah, no names, please.
They were in every event, and all their kids went to school.
Okay, yeah.
I know
About 4 years ago.
I don't want to. You know what? I don't want to hear your accusations anymore. You've had enough.
It's not an accusation. The wife ran off with one of the priests.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, what a wild place.
Yeah.
She ran off with that young one, right?
Right.
Cool.
And Father...
And he was good looking.
Father Handley?
No, Cardinal O'Connor says this is not going on in that priest movie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the priest movie's outrageous. And Ralph's little town in Jersey.
Yeah,
right.
This is a small town. I mean, like...
It's no church. It's a whorehouse. I mean, it's like a den of iniquity.
I think they were hitting on my mom with.
Did you believe it, though? Like you were sending Ralph to him for counseling?
Oh, my God.
Isn't that cool?
No.
I mean, no. I mean, horrible, but...
Yeah, well, now the guy's... Isn't he up on charges?
Yeah, so when...
Now I'm not shocked that Ralph's a hairdresser.
Now when me and Howard started talking about it, now, like, everybody came forward and...
This is for real. It's in
It's in the paper.
What paper is this?
The Daily Record.
The Inquirer. No, it's in the Daily Record.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. What a way to greet the morning. I can't believe this.
All right, Mrs. Salome.
No, you call me Mom, Howard.
All right, Mom.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I'd like to hook up with you next time you're in town visiting Ralph.
I'll be there soon. Because
I mean, if the church is calling you hot, then you must be hot.
I have to...
Does your mom wear mini dresses and stuff?
Oh, God, stop.
Does she?
Oh.
Come on, man. What if I hooked up with your mom?
Be your dad.
I'll be your dad, Ralph.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm a cool dad. Mrs. Salami.
Cool
okay, it's a bit late for that for Ralph now.
You got a young mom, huh? What, she have you when you were like 14? Did you have him when you were 14 or something?
Listen, let's call this quits. I'm really shocked about this.
I know.
I'm very upset that you didn't tell me this then.
Yeah, but, who wants to talk about it? Nothing happened to me. I mean, if I was a...
Who knows, Mrs. Salami?
Look, Ralph doesn't even remember what you're telling us. We still need him hypnotized again.
Yeah, we're not even sure we believe Ralph.
You didn't even remember dropping me off at the church.
When you were naked with Father Handley?
Wait a minute.
You were naked. You tried to change into your jammies.
Yeah, but maybe I stayed in my underwear. I mean, I don't remember running around naked.
I'm sure they made sure you took them off because it's dirty that your underpants when you sleep.
Yeah, you can't air out.
Yeah.
This is going to really freak me out all day now. Okay.
You'll get over it.
I'll call you in a little
It might
while,
explain a lot of things about Ralph.
Yeah, it does. It does.
All right, Mrs. Salami.
I should have stayed there a little bit longer.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Ralph.
Hey, your mom sounds hot. Like kind of young and kind of cool.
She is. She's really cool.
Can she pass for like young?
I don't know.
Come on, man, be honest.
I don't know.
Is she hot?
I don't. Who would think their mom is hot?
I don't know. She got a big chest.
I don't know.
What's the big deal?
I don't know.
Oh, he's like Fred about
Dude, you
that.
can't look at your mother as a woman as opposed to just your mom?
I don't look my mother over. You
I mean,
know?
do guys like hit on her and stuff?
No.
Oh, they don't?
No.
All right.
She has trouble with her back. She put on a little weight. So.
Oh, she did? Oh.
Yeah. She went to Dr. Sarno.
So. Oh, did she good?
Ralph
she should be slimming
her.
down and looking sexy in no time.
Was she real hot when you were young? Was she like a hot mom?
Yeah, I saw some pictures of her, and she was really cute. Yeah, with dark hair.
Can I see those pictures?
Like old black and white pictures and like baby.
Why don't you bring those in, man? Let's check it out.
Maybe. I don't know if I have them.
Yeah.
I have to get them from her. I'll bring some in.
Yeah, Mr. Evaluation doesn't know what his mom looks like.
Yeah. Only picks apart everybody.
I don't do that.
Does she have as nice an ass as you do?
Nobody does.
All right, get out of here.
That was fun telling.
Soft and hairy like yours.
Yeah.
That was fun telling Ralph's mom was.
Breaking the news. What a good judge of character she is. Your mom's a real good judge of character.
It's so bad. She's just trying to do the right thing. And
yeah,
like,
well, sometimes you got to open your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't say bad things about the priest. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't.
Yeah,
even,
Ralph
I
gets
don't.
into trouble for
I
trying
don't
to
remember
turn in
her
the
quite.
He tried to even tell her, and she wouldn't
Sacrilege.
listen. Sacrilege. He's a guy. He's a guy in a stupid uniform.
in a robe.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but my mom was.
How
totally
dare
raised
you,
in the
Mother
church.
dear?
Mother dear. You never turn to say that you like Mother dear.
All right, very good. Thanks, Ralph. Homo.
Oh, come on.
We still don't know the full extent of that story. Every
No.
time we hear about it, we learn more.
It gets deeper and deeper.
Yeah, it seems like Father Handle Me was in Ralph's life a lot more than
Yeah.
we knew.
Yeah.
I think they were engaged.
Story's opening up like a rose.
Unfolding.
Opening up like Ralph.
All right, why don't we take a break, and then we'll do some news, because we've uncovered a huge story.
Yeah.
We'll be back.